brings the party and the plants. Look at these big, beautiful blooms.
Can you smell them?
First of all, they smell incredible.
Wow.
The blooms are humongous. They are 6 to 8 inches across. We actually have some of them here in the studio, and you get both colors, which is exciting. The banana yellow, and then you get that wine red that has those white edges along the border. More than 1,900 of these have been picked up so far this season. We are approaching half of our quantity out the door. These have been incredibly popular because not only do you get the big, beautiful blooms, but as Steve and I noticed, as soon as we sit down, they are extremely fragrant. In fact, Phillip says they are a perfume factory, which I would agree.
Yes.
1,000,000%.
I mean, literally, we walked over here and I was like,
I know.
hello.
They smell incredible. For spring, absolutely. Now, here's the thing. You get 6, so you're getting both of the colors that you see here, that banana yellow, and then you get that wine shade as well, but 6 in total. So when you look at our price, we are at $4.25 per bulb. M89859 is your item number to start shopping for these. And as always, our plants ship for free. Phillip Watson is joining us. He's a horticulturalist and a landscape designer, and a lot of fun to shop with. Phillip, great to see you. Welcome in.
Hey, Phillip.
Thank you so much. This is one of my favorite perennials because these come back every year and they multiply readily. It's also the easiest thing of everything that I offer to plant because they only need to go in about 4 inches deep in full sun to just the slightest bit of shade. These can go in the most congested border. Say if you've got a big daylily border, you can plant them down among your daylilies because this will get 4 to 6 feet tall. And then you've got all of those blooms on it. And by the way, you're going to have gorgeous blooms this season. Take a look at these colors. That's the beautiful Sumatra right there. And then on the left-hand side is the gorgeous Conca d'Or, which is that enormous banana yellow. But I have these together because the yellow one makes the red one show up better. They are the same height, so you can mix them together or you can separate them. I have them mixed in my garden, and you can smell the fragrance all the way across the yard, and they multiply readily. In hot parts of the country, these do. If you're in an area that doesn't get any frost at all, they're not for you. But just about the entire rest of the country, they'll be perfect. And again, they multiply. They're perennial. And of everything that I've offered this season, I looked at this and for me, this was the best value of everything.
Oh, wow. They smell incredible. As soon as we sat down, Phillip, we were like, whoa, the smell. You bring these into your home, it's like Mother Nature's home fragrance.
But like, look at the size of this bloom compared to my head. They're huge.
They are. They are because I'm telling you, and I've seen you in person.
You sure have.
Yes, those are big flowers.
Are you saying he has a big head, Phillip?
I didn't say that. You said that. I didn't say anything, and I did not say gnome-like either.
He didn't say that either.
I tell you, we showed the fertilizer just a moment ago. And so if you don't think the gnomes are going to bring you great prosperity in the garden, be sure to pick up the fertilizer. That's guaranteed to do it. You can see the number on the screen, and no mixing, no mess, guaranteed result with that. And that's what I like. You just scatter it like chicken feed, and it will take care of everything that you might want to grow.
And that's not an urban legend. That is more science than the whole gnome thing with the fertilizer. I just love that you get these big, beautiful blooms. We're getting 6 in total. And Phillip, I know that you have a barbecue when yours are in bloom every single year, which I can't imagine how gorgeous that is.
Well, it is great because I've got an evergreen screen between my neighbors and me. And so these bloom up against the evergreen screen, so they really, really show off. And then underneath them, I have all my daylilies planted. These come up through the daylilies. It's just like this cloud of perfume above, but also the enormous blooms that you can see from a great distance. Now, there are multiple blooms per stem. And if I want to bring some inside, I don't cut the whole stalk because I want to leave some in the garden. I cut one of the flowers and put it in a bud vase because they're so high-powered with perfume that the one flower will perfume the entire house. You don't need to pick all of them.
And you've got a lot
Look
to
at
choose
that.
from because look
Yes.
at how many blooms you're getting. These have been popular. I wouldn't wait if you want your set.
Yes.
More than 1,900 have been picked up so far this season. We have about 2,200 left to go around. That is
And
it. And you get all 6. Philip, I wanted to
correct.
ask you, for anyone who's new with shopping with
Yeah.
you for plants, usually you ship us like an actively growing plant, but in this case, it's a bulb, right?
It's a bulb, and look, it's a big bulb. See this? This is the bulb. And if you're not sure which end is up, just drop it in the hole and cover it up, and it's going to find its way to the top. They're real smart. And these are the big bulbs. And, I've seen bulbs shipped out before that were small, and they will bloom a little bit the first year. And then the second year, they do really well. These are big jumbo bulbs. They're going to bloom very well this very first year. You don't have to wait. And when I started my brand here, Phillip Watson Designs, as I said, we're not going to do dinky. I want to send out bigger plants so that you have a better chance of great success. And of course, we've got our year guarantee with all of our perennials. But this is the easiest. It's the best. And I'm telling you, you got to have these. If you've never had Oriental lilies in the garden, this is the best collection. And I've had Casablancas, which I like, but they're white. And I like this yellow color better. It just looks better in my garden. And matched up with the Sumatra, which is that deep wine color, you're getting 3 bulbs of each color, 6 bulbs. This is a big collection. If you want to put them in containers, they will live over winter in the containers without you doing anything and come back next year in a big pot. So there.
They are beautiful. I just want to sit by these for the rest of my life, like for the
Truly.
rest of my days.
So smells so good.
Yes.
So pretty.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
instant beauty right here. And then to look at them, just get lost in like how large and beautiful and wild they are. Just really, really beautiful.
Well,
Phillip,
mine have multiplied so much in my garden. I have more and more every single year. The stalks come up, and it really is otherworldly looking when they bloom, which is why I had the party. There's nothing else that blooms in my garden that I would have a party for except these. This is the real deal. You'll love them.
that is so fun.
You'll want to have a party too when yours start blooming. You'll be like so
Yes.
happy. It'll become your annual party as well. And I want to remind you
Yes.
that you get 6. And when you look at our price, they're about $4.25 each. You get 3 of the yellow, you get 3 of the red. You can plant them together, you can separate them, but don't miss out on your chance to get your set home while we still have them
Yes.
available. They've been incredibly popular, and we're down to like what we have left for this season. And
Yes.
89859 is your item number. 2,000 have been spoken for so far this season. We have fewer than 2,200 left to go around. And when you hear like Phillip Watson has a party when his bloom, those have to be special flowers. I mean, I can't imagine you having a party for just any old flower.
Yeah.
Well, I just love these because now they're beautiful to look at, but also at 4 to 6 feet tall. They're standing tall in the garden, and so they look important. You got the fragrance, you've got the color, you've got the durability because these come back every year. And again, I keep talking about how mine have multiplied. It's a great investment in your garden, and these bulbs only have to be planted 4 inches deep. It's the easiest thing also to plant. But if you've got, say, if you picked up my whiskey barrels before they sold out, these can go in a whiskey barrel and it stays out all winter. They come back every year, and you can plant annuals on top of them, and you got all that going on. It's the easiest, and also it makes it look like you're a fancy person, and I sort of like that.
I like to feel fancy too.
Oh, we all want to be a little fancy.
I know. I just can't get over how big these blooms are.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So big
Yeah.
and just such a huge impact. I mean, think about just looking at them in your garden, but then when you get that smell, that fragrance, like it's
Yes.
just an extra wow.
And the strong stems, a lot of lilies have weak stems. These are bred to have very strong woody stems so they don't fall over. Even at 4 to 6 feet tall, I have never staked mine in the garden, and they have never blown over. This is just a nice plus. You got to have, and this is also where the science comes into the art, where the science makes the plant better. They're always breeding for bigger blooms, stronger stems, less disease problems, and this one will not disappoint you. You will love this.
You will absolutely love them. You'll enjoy seeing them. You'll enjoy smelling them. And you don't have to worry here when you shop for live plants at QVC. We ship them to you when it's time to plant. We ship them to you for free. On Easy Pay, you're at $8.50 and you get 6. You get 3 of the yellow and you get 3 of that wine shade.
So pretty.
Very popular this season. More than 3,000, I think, picked up. More than 2,000 picked up so far this season. We have about 2,100 left to go around. Let us know how many sets you like. And Phillip, we're going to see you a little bit later on in the show.
Yes, ma'am. I got some good stuff here.
Oh, there's a little
All right.
sneak peek at what he has coming up. We'll see you in just a little bit, Phillip. Those smell so good.
Oh, so good.
So Phillip will be back with the hydrangea